Hello, hello. Welcome to the 1 hour. Let me move this up just a tiny bit. Welcome to the daily 1 hour political tarot readings. I'm known as Autumn around here, and this is my co-host, the wonderful Boopoo Kid. He's the good boy. Yes, he is. Good boy. All right, and trying to adjust the camera here. I'm here every day, and I usually take the first 10 or 15 minutes to get your take your political questions, tarot questions, and then I spend the rest of the time answering them to the best of my abilities. If you have a question for me, just put it in all caps in the chat, please. And then I'll know that you're talking to me. People here are really friendly and helpful, and for which I'm grateful. And we have the best moderators. I mean, holy heck, what you guys have done is amazing to make this possible. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so yep, just put your questions. If you put it in all caps in the chat, I'll know that you're talking to me. And then underneath in the comments, underneath the video, just write normally. Otherwise, I'm really worried that you're mad at me. So, although it's interesting that I had one thumbs down before I even started. So basically my existence, I got a thumbs down for my sheer existence or whatever. I feel incredibly blessed because I was really worried when I started a YouTube channel, the thought of just how ugly I was told it could get. I'm amazed and I'm grateful that it's been such a blessing on my life, and you've been such a blessing on my life. Thank you. Okay, so if you're watching the replay, pinned in the first comment or down in the description box, you can just look through the questions that I cover today. You can just tap on the number. It'll take you right to what you're interested in. And you can just find what you're after and get in, get out, get on with your day. And but hopefully someday you'll be here for a live stream so that I can answer your questions. If I don't answer your questions today, it's nothing. It is never anything personal. I promise. I absolutely promise. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not. I would feel terrible if I hurt your feelings somehow. I really would. So, all right. And as always, ongoing, 10% of all income that comes into the channel from any source, including Patreon, goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. So, thank you. Alrighty, let me scroll back up here and I will look for anything in all caps, and I'll know that's you asking the question here. Good morning, Autumn, Mims is saying. And good morning, everyone. Yes, typos, I love them. I have done about 16 typos so far this morning, so yeah, that's only one. You know, step up, Mims. You know, I have. It's Mercury retrograde. I have out typoed everybody so far today. Oh, yoy. Okay. Jay in Harlem, will they catch the women who burned down the Wendy's in Atlanta? Is it women? No, I did not. I did not know that. Okay, and Clotho was asking, does Trump actually want to win the next election, or does he secretly want to leave? I will ask. What I have got in the past is that he's terrified of leaving. Not that he wants this job. He doesn't want any of the responsibility. He wants all of the perks, none of the responsibility. But he's now very afraid of what they will do to him if he loses, as far as indicting and things like that. Uncover the news. Will more Supreme Court cases anger Trump? Happy to look. Let's see, case rulings. Anger Trump. Okie dokie. Looking for everything. Anything in all caps. Oops, it jumped. Rebecca's asking, will Trump sneak out of the White House or will he have to be removed? Okay. How is Trump going to leave? And these are sometimes variations on a theme of things I've read before, but it is that tricky little, to get the right answer, you have to ask just the right question sometimes, so it's always worth looking at. Hieroglyphic, hello. With Dumpty's dog whistle tweets an incendiary Facebook ad with a Nazi symbol that had to be taken down, is he preparing his white supremacist supporters to riot when he loses the election? Well, we'll look. Wouldn't put anything past him. Lady Farley, we love you, Autumn. Thank you. I love you. I mean, seriously, I'm grateful to you. Okay, Frieda Smet. Who are the people behind Trump? He isn't doing this all by his own. Who are the people behind Trump? What do you mean? He's he really is a full-blown narcissist. He's capable of all kind of horrible stuff. As far as like picking Juneteenth in Tulsa for his rally, that's got Stephen Miller's fingerprints all over it. But as far as anything more than that, I'm not really sure. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. Yes, and happy Juneteenth. About flippin' time. It's about time that things are getting recognition, more recognition. Okay, Susan is asking, will any efforts be made to abolish the Electoral College? I'm going to look for that. I want to start out with a question today, though, because it is Juneteenth. First of all, I want to start out by saying that my ignorance is vast. It is. But I am trying to get better. I try to chip away at it every day. There's so much I don't know. I will never be able to know everything I should. So that should not have done that. Okay. I would like to ask as the first question today, will we ever have true equality? That's the first question I want to ask today. But okay, so we got a couple more questions while I was typing that. Okay. Harry's mom, did you see my question about Nestor? No, I did not. Did I? I just I'm so sorry, Harry's mom. Could you repeat it, please? I'm sorry. C. Venus is asking, will any of the terrible Republican congressmen like Nunes Jordan go to jail in the end? Will they feel remorse or just be sorry they got caught? The three congressional morons, specifically, I mean, McConnell's awful, Lindsey Graham is awful, but the three congressional morons, Jordan, Gaetz, and Nunes, I've read on them. I think they have slightly different fates. And what I got before is that Jim Jordan is going to have more of a comeuppance than the others. But I guess I could look to see. Sharon is saying, good day, Autumn, and all you beautiful friends. Thank you for being nice. Thank you for being so nice. Seriously, everybody. You guys are great. Okay, and oh, good question, says Kathy. Excellent. Bismo, I want to see Jim Jordan go down. He has an Epstein vibe about him. I'll check, but what I have never, I've never gotten that he does much, like he does those kinds of things, but he just overlooks them if other people do. Oh well. Yuck. Oh yeah, did Gaetz really adopt the Cuban adult? Yeah, what's going on with that? And if they're more than adopted father, adult son, or friends, I don't. Yeah, there was some talk back and forth about what is really going on there. So I don't care. It doesn't matter to me if somebody is straight or bi or gay or whatever they are. It's just the people coming out and saying, oh, you have to act this certain way, and I'm going to pass laws, and I'm going to make sure that you don't get equality. Meanwhile, I'm going to have this secret lifestyle. No. This whole do as I say, not as I do, no. There are too many people who've suffered for too long. Okay, and then Lourdes is asking, how does the rest of the Trump family feel about Mary's book? Not Donald's kids, the rest of the family. Oh, that's a good question. I saw Lena. I saw one of Lena's readings this morning. Lena Rodriguez, who is amazing. What did she ask? She had a question, or she said something this morning. Oh, that was it. She wonders if basically Mr. Go out and shoot endangered animals, if he doesn't have substance issues. I thought maybe we should look at that. Allegedly, what do I know? Hello, you're so sweet. Yes, you are. Oh, bless you. Bless you, sweetheart. Oh, I'm currently taking tarot lessons from Lena Rodriguez. Oh, Sharon, I bet that's amazing. She is just great. Just in, officer involved in Breonna Taylor shooting fired. Thank you. It is the least they can do. Goodness, it is amazing. Yep, Lena's amazing. Alrighty then. Really? There's a big, I was like, the camera looks just slightly fuzzy. The camera is literally fuzzy. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to do this again. So everybody look out, close your eyes, look away, because there is a giant clump of cat hair on the lens of the camera. I'm going to have to wipe this off. But it's going to go light, dark, light, dark, light, dark very quickly. It's clear to me. That's good. But I need to get this giant, it's a whole big chunk of cat hair that's just sticking right there. So hang on, all right? So look away if you have if the screen's going to go light, dark very quickly, all right? So you've been warned, okay? Okay, might be a little bit better. At least there isn't a giant. Yes, that's definitely a little bit clearer. Cat hair gets everywhere. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. Hi, Sharon. Melissa's taken tarot lessons from Lena. She is amazing. She is. Don't get it in your eyes. Marie saying, greetings, Autumn, and to Boo Boo Kitty. He's so precious. He's so precious. Yes, he is. Okay, so I'm going to start with the questions, because there's a big long list, and I'll see if I can get through as many as possible. I also got a comment yesterday as I'm typing this in, because we're at 14:25, so we'll really be starting at 15. I got a comment recently. Someone was saying, the angle of your camera is very important when all we see is your hands and the cat. Like, okay, that was it. That was the whole comment. It's like, I get higher, I guess. Okay, so I've raised the camera up a little bit. I don't know if that helps. But, okay, are we going to get true equality? Will we get to a point where we have true equality, where it doesn't matter what the color of your skin is? Oh, thank you, Sea Venus. Will we get true, excuse me, will we get true equality? Okay, doesn't want me to shuffle anymore. I won't. All right, close my eyes for a second, sit up straight. Okay. Will we get true equality? For what it's worth, if you believe in guides, mine just told me that they just wanted to remind everybody that in spirit, there is true equality. It's like, okay, well, that's good, but that doesn't, they're like, yeah, we know. I'm not saying you've got it down on earth. I'm saying up here, just a reminder, we are from the same source. And there's no, certainly no spiritual reason. There's no reason at all. But they want me to specifically point out there is specifically no spiritual reason that anybody can say that justifies inequality. Because that's just a bunch of hooey. Okay. But here on Earth, especially in America, but on Earth, will we get to a point where we have true equality? Oh wow, I just got a mental image of all of these people like standing in a very long line who have come forward through time, who they're, like if you're moving through time, people who have given so much to fight for equality. I mean, we talk about women getting the right to vote in 1920. Well, my understanding, and again, my ignorance is vast, but my understanding is there wasn't African American women couldn't vote in parts of the South until 1965. And that is appalling. Beyond, I mean, like, that makes me crazy angry. But the Cat Shepherd saying, I just saw the movie Snowpiercer yesterday talk about inequality. That was quite a movie. That I've seen Snowpiercer a number of times. And I'm a, and I just, there's such good acting in it, and there was just such great stuff. Okay, so right now we've got the insult to injury card, and if that doesn't describe the current state of inequality and racism, I don't know what does. There's insult and there's injury. There's injury and there's insult on top of it. Yeah, it's just appalling. All right, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, Temperance. That's good. That is a good card to have in the center of the reading. Okay, Eight of Cups, Seven of Cups. Okay, you're going to get a weird answer because it's me. There are certain areas where I just have a weird way of looking at the world. My weird way of looking at the world absolutely does involve equality, but it's just, I'll explain in a second. All right, basically, on Juneteenth, basically my limited understanding is that it was 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. Is that correct? Where all the slaves were made free, but it was 2.5 years before there were people from the government going through, and I think they ended up in Galveston, Texas. And it was like the last place because there were a lot of slave owners in the South who kept their slaves isolated and just carried on as if that had never happened. And it was 2.5 years before the last, people were told, no, these people are free. The slaves were told they were free. And that's what this is. That's what this is about. Swords are about communication. And this is about the kind of the word from on high, but then the people specifically going out. To enforce it. Okay, center of the reading is temperance. That is exactly what I would hope to see. So, Allison's saying, wow, my screen just went black. Oh my goodness. But this temperance at the center means yes. And this is my card of witnesses. People coming forward, leaving evidence. More people coming forward, leaving evidence. So this is more people coming forward, speaking out, willing to incarcerate people who do the most horrible racist things. So that's an improvement, major improvement. Because if there's more justice, that's good for everybody. So that is a good thing. Now, this Seven of Cups, okay, this is just me, and this goes to my weirdness. All of my life I've had dreams about the far future. Far, and I mean far future. And based on those dreams, which could just be dreams, or they could be, who knows? Based on those dreams, what's going to happen in our far future is that we're not going to become like the Borg. I don't think that's actually going to happen. But I believe if you were to talk to someone in the far future, then you would be worried about the future of mankind because they would not seem entirely human to you. The number of dreams I had in various settings, including one that was on a distant planet, and another one where I just worked on a ship that was traveling between star systems. And even with all the acceleration and all of the amazing technology, it still took an incredible amount of time to go to new planets. In all of that, it was like when I was in the dream about going on that ship between planets, between star systems. I worked during the day, what they had said was the day, and then I would get off work and I would go to, it's like sort of like a bar kind of sort of. But there, my favorite thing to drink was the person who worked there knew me, and that have that waiting for me right there, and it was yummy but strangely nutritious. I mean, like, I didn't get a sense of food, I just got a sense of liquids. But the main thing is that I went to sleep, and it was like a cargo hold. And let's say that this was, because this is kind of the shape of it, only there were too many of us. So instead of there just being beds around the walls, there were like 3 or 4 in the middle. And I was in one of the middle beds. And I sat up because this was the main entrance, but there was another like hatch or doorway over here. And I sat up in bed, and this door was rattling and being pounded on really hard. Oh, are we buffering? No, okay. And I, whoever the I was looking at the door, and it was like, that is either that hatch is about to go, which is going to kill me, or that is one of the alien monstery things. Neither option seemed far-fetched. That was about to break in and kill me. But the thing that really stuck out to me was that she was sitting there, I was sitting there up in bed, and was just looking at it and didn't leave. It's the only one in the room at that moment. And she just sat there, she said, and she thought, I guess I should be afraid. But she couldn't be. She wasn't capable of being afraid. And then much more briefly, for instance, that dream I had on this like far, far, far planet, there was I was up on this. It's like the city was broken off between. There was a huge, massive cliff face, and I was like up here, and there were some people talking, and there were some people down below, and there were a number of people that were like being held, who they had, and I was able to go from here to just being able to go up close to them very easily. And I was looking at them in this dream, and I was just looking at them, and I was like, they've rebelled against, they're in trouble because they've rebelled. Why? Rebel for what? Why would someone rebel? What control are they trying to get away from? And I was having so much trouble understanding the concept. And I've had these dreams repeatedly, which is that our humanity gets, as technology advances, our humanity starts getting a little different. And that's what I get from this card, which is in the near future, yes, we have people willing to stand up, willing to create more justice. That's great. But then it threw this card in here to me, and this card to me is about the far future, which is there's so much weirdness coming that this argument we're having now will seem baffling. Melissa says, I dreamt our earth went black and I had to hide in a cave. It's possible. I mean, our sun, it's going to take a couple billion years, I think, but our sun's going to go turn into a red giant. And it's going to, as it expands into a red giant, where we are, where Earth is now, it would be inside of a red giant when our sun does that. We're hoping by that point we have the technology to actually just move the inner planets out. Anyway, so that's what I'm getting. Well, in the short term, there is going to be more equality. In the long term, there's so much weird stuff that's going to happen. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't know that was necessarily helpful to you, but taking a super long-term view of it. Republican strategists fear a historic wipeout in November report. They should. Let me see if there's any more information here about the shorter term, a little more closer. In the shorter term, will there be true equality? As there should be, where everyone has the same rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And we do manage to have a more perfect union. Page of Swords. Let's see what that's about. 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, Temperance in the middle again. Strength. I like it. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, that makes sense. In the past, we had those slave owners and rotten human beings who had slaves who were terrible. And you had extreme inequality. You had the worst of the worst of the worst. But, right, the center, again, the Temperance card. Just pulled randomly from the deck and got the Temperance card in the center again. Very important. Major Arcana, and exactly what I would hope to see. Strength of this temperance, this equality. And holy cats, talk about laws on the books that have teeth and that are enforced. Oh yeah. There will be justice. There will be justice, which means there will be more equality. And this Page of Swords, this is how Trump sees himself. But this is also, and this, as if to prove the point, there's the Death card. The oldest generations alive today, I'm not saying they're all racist. I'm saying that there is a more rigid way of looking at the world, let's put it that way, in many instances. Not just on this topic. There can be. Linda saying your aura is even beautiful in your hands, Autumn. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that makes me feel good. But this is basically, some of this is going to age out. Younger generations are more flexible. And, you know, as they get older, their ideas will get more set, but there'll be the new generations after that, and new generations after that. And this is good. This is heartening. This is heartening. There is temperance and justice and laws and enforcement of laws, and we will be stronger for it. We will be stronger for it. We will be better for it. So, yes, and the guy, if you believe in guides, it feels like that's what I'm getting this from. They would like to just reiterate one more time that anyone who's using spirituality to enforce any kind of inequality does not know what they're talking about. They're wrong, and that's what they would like me to mention. We are all from the same source. We are all sparks of the divine that are in a symbiotic relationship with these physical bodies to come together to form the person that we are. And you need both. All right, let me read on, see if I can get through some of these other questions. I just thought that would be an important thing to look at. Yeah, there was, anyway, I won't go into it. All right. All right, so we're at about 35. Will they catch the women, are they women, who burned down the Wendy's in Atlanta? Okay, will they? That is odd. Wendy's. Oh, Wendy's. Atlanta. Atlanta Fire Department releases new photos of second suspect in the arson. They have pictures of them. Yeah, there's. Yep, they're releasing pictures of them. I don't know that this is worth reading on, because they're the pictures. They're going to find out who they are. So I'm not going to read on that one, actually. Okay, let's go on to the next 36. Okay, does Trump 30? Okay, let's just. Oh, goodness. Okay, 3630. Does Trump actually want to win the next election, or does he secretly want to leave? Does Trump? And did you guys see him literally scrolling through his phone while the business people around him were talking about the struggles they've had with the illness? He just sat there just flipping through his phone the whole, while they're talking. Wow. All right, Trumpy. Do you actually want another 4 years in office as president, or are you done? You just fed up? Hang on, I'm trying to reach out for this energy. Whoops. So, Trumpy. Do you want a second term? Or have you had enough? That's interesting. I'm not getting a clear answer in the energy. Let's see what the cards have to say. Why does he feel muted? This has happened to me a couple of times recently. I got to read it for his energy, and it's just kind of muted at a distance. All right, let me see if I ask my guides to talk to his guides. What's going on? Does he want a second term? His guides are long suffering. His guides, it's like, I have this mental image of this like level above us. Like there's a hole in the ceiling right above each of us, and our spirit goes up, and there's our higher self, and it's really bright. But then that's where that's the level where the guides are, and they can talk down to us, or what have you, and talk to each other, work together. And it's like it's like Trump's guides are like standing back about a foot away from that hole in the floor, and you try to talk to them, and they've got their arms crossed, and they kind of twist around like, what? Oh, what do you need? Like, yeah, there's only so much we can do. Just, huh? Yeah, all right. Okay. Six of Cups. He wants things. He's nostalgic for his past when he could have all these affairs and, you know, launder all this money, and he wasn't being attacked as much. He does have nostalgia for his old life. Ten of Pentacles, Lovers, Ten of Swords, Death card, Nine of Wands. He has absolutely loved all the accolades and everyone calling him sir and him having say over so much. And that's the part he just loves. He is a narcissist in slop. And he's just happy as could be with everyone fawning all over him and all the boxed-eyed blonde women just sighing over him and looking at him with admiration, and people he calls out and people respond at the rallies, and then, you know, big important people have to defer to him, and he's just so happy. However, what's coming is not so great, and on some level he can see it coming. This is political future. This is the end of his administration, but also the end of his presidency, the end of his political influence, and this is the card I get of the Republicans trying to protect him. But it's getting harder and harder and harder, and I'm being drawn more to the spaces between the rods in this wall that have protected him for so long. And that some of them are dropping out, and it's getting harder and harder to defend Trump. And there's going to come a point where that's just going to fall off, and that's Trump in the history books, and it's not going to be pretty. Just trampled, the king trampled on the ground, historically. He wants the perks of his old life. He's feeling nostalgic. There's the victory card. So he can, sometimes I get this where it's just like a series of cards off the bottom. Victory card. So he can get more done the way it should be done. But the problem is people are complaining. And this stupid, he had everything, and it was so great, and then this illness came along, and the Chinese screwed him. And this is Trump, the corrupt businessman. Whereas all the things he used to be able to do to make money, they can't do anymore. Even Ivanka shut down her little business of stealing other people's ideas. All that went into suspension, and he had to make a decision and continue to lie. But he likes being the star. So he's loving how they fawn over him. He loves that, but first of all, there are a lot of things he's not being told. He knows how bad it is, but they're not informing him of the ugly details that they would have with any other president. He doesn't want to hear it. Just fix it. You do the work. I'm going to sit here and flip through Twitter. He's literally President Troll. Literally. Okay. All right, we're at 44. Go to 44:30. Okay, 44:30. Will more Supreme Court case rulings anger Trump while he's in office here? Will more Supreme Court rulings anger Trump while he's in office? Well, he is the president. Will more Supreme Court rulings anger Trump while he's as president. Sorry, I got my eyes closed. I can't see the chat. Does he have... Yeah, did you see his argument about how you should vote for me because we need more conservative judges on the bench? Yeah. Supreme Court. It's going to be Supreme Court. I'm getting a mixed bag out of them. Every time I reach out for this energy, it's one path, but there are parts of it where it's like a split. Four of Wands. He spends his time in his own little news bubble. And when Fox News isn't fawning sufficiently, he has other sources that fawn over him. Judgment, the World. Yeah, their judgment is final. Yep. Nine of Swords. Oh, they're going to make some rulings that are going to make Trump very much not sleep well at night. Nine of Pentacles, and then I got two cards for the end, which is secrets and poverty. It could be illness, but it feels like poverty. So that's very straightforward. It's major arcana when their rulings are final. No kidding, like they're really final. And Supreme Court rulings. See, I would just say, oh yeah, he's worried because they're going to say some of his finances have to be turned over or something, and secrets, but I need some clarification. This might be telling me about cases I'm not thinking of or I can't remember. Releasing his taxes, something like that, but I think this is more than that. Let me get some clarification. Let me see what I've got here. Supreme Court cases. Oh, hearings. Hearings in the House. Eight of Swords, Justice card right in the middle. King of Cups. Oh, he's going to be swearing up and down that they're all liberals. Kavanaugh, Gorsuch, all of them, Roberts, they're all screaming liberals. They're liberals, they're all liberals, they're all liberals, because how dare they, get hold of even some of my finances from before I was president, or the state being able to get whatever. But what is this? What is this about? This feels like other cases. Sorry, I'm just going to have to pull some more cards. I just want to see if I can get a better sense of what's going on here. Trump, Supreme Court. Trump, Supreme Court. Trump, Supreme Court. Empress. Okay, that's America watching very closely. Very closely. Five of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. People have been able to run interference so his taxes wouldn't get oversight, so his financial records would be safe. He's been able to hold on to them, but there's an action. Ace of Wands. Three of Pentacles, reaffirming oversight, necessary oversight. Six of Swords. And certainly anything outside of his time as the president, there's no reason there can't be oversight of that. But this is all minor arcana. There's a Justice card down here. We got major arcana for the Supreme Court. We did get secrets, and we got Justice. And there's the Empress, there's America, but nothing here is major arcana. Is there a reason for that? because I don't know why I'm aware of that, specifically aware of that. Sorry, I use so many cards sometimes. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, Trump's money. Trump's money. He's in so much trouble. Oh my gosh, he's in so much trouble. Oh my gosh, he's in trouble. Oh, what is this energy? This energy is lovely. Oh, this is Schadenfreude for days. This is, I'm going to gain 50 pounds from popcorn. Oh, he's in so much trouble. Oh my gosh. Heartbreak, Queen of Cups. Oh, the Democrats are just going to rake him over the coals and undermine his and the sand is almost gone. You get a Wile E. Coyote moment where all the sand beneath Trump's unstable power is it's like there's just a great big hole, and the last few grains fly away, where you get this Wile E. Coyote moment where it's like he's like hanging in the air before he looks down and realizes where he is, and then boom, raking him over the coals for what he has done wrong. The feeling I'm getting right now is, Trump, I know you'll never hear this. I know you wouldn't take this advice anyway, but get out while you can. Get out while you can. If he could feel this energy, he would resign today. I feel they've already ruled in SDNY on Wednesday they aren't obligated to release the decision until the day before the recess begins. Lucky Fox, have you heard that, or that's just what you're feeling? Bring it on, Adam Schiff. May we summon the energy to enjoy Trump's downfall, Stephen says. It's epic. He would, I'm just feeling like his absolute panic, and he knows how. Just a feeling, we'll see how it plays out. Okay, Lucky Fox. Debsy, does he even have a clue what's coming for him? Honestly, I'm just kind of enjoying this sense of like cold panic that washes through him. Just because he's hurt so many people and hurt so many children. He's hurt so many children. If you get a moment of panic for being caught laundering money and lying on your taxes, good riddance. Does he even know? Does he know? Drink it in. Yep. Pelosi wants Trump in jail. Yeah. The Magician. He can fix anything. He's been able to fix everything. He gets Barr to help him. He gets McConnell to protect him. He gets other people. He's lucky. He's been lucky all of his life. Nothing can hurt him. He's above it all and better than all of us because, of course, he's a narcissist. Queen of Wands, but that's Pelosi. There's the Hangman. And there's the Fool. And the Hangman and the Fool is not Pelosi. I can do anything I want. And she's like, oh, really? Well, let's look at this Hangman and this Fool, because you are a fool. So your influence goes by. I guess we should, someone was asking, I don't think Pelosi's going to impeach Trump again, but whew, let's have a look. Okay, 50, 55. 55. So I had that video jammed up for a minute. Impeached again or something similar? Let's see, Trump impeached again. To be honest, I'm really concerned that the Supreme Court rulings will come out during this Mercury retrograde that started yesterday. Because that usually means something's weird about it, or has to be redone or revisited, or what have you. It's what happened to the Mueller report. The Mercury retrograde and Barr took the teeth out of the Mueller report. Is Trump going to be impeached again? Doesn't feel like it. It's just day after they can just do day after day after day. Seriously, Biden doesn't even need donations. The Congress, the House, is going to provide ads, hours and hours long ads daily, is what it feels like. Trump has already said he's resubmitting DACA. Great. Victory card. Oh, also how he won is going to be looked at. Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles, his belligerence, his corrupt business practices, Page of Pentacles, his children, what they did, Page of Swords, where Trump just has gotten away with everything, but he's going to be tempered. He's going to be tempered, but I'm not feeling... Plus, he's not going to bother impeaching him again. It wouldn't help. They're just going to just fill every day with public hearings. All right, in that case, then I need to ask, I'm sorry, this has kind of gone off the rails. 58. Then I need to ask, will the House get excellent witnesses against Trump in open hearings? Yeah. Will the House get excellent witnesses against Trump in open hearings? So that's future tense. All right. Will the House committees, whatever, will they, I don't know if they'll be able to get past the logjam or that the executive branch has put up, but will they be able to get excellent witnesses in open hearings and really get the message out to the American people about the real corruption, the level of corruption, illegal things that have been done, that Trump has done, that his family's done? Is Trump going to not be sitting in, will he look back on the days when he could sit surrounded by business leaders, just ignoring them and scrolling through his phone? Because he won't be able to do that. The House get excellent witnesses that really take Trump down, take Trump's family down. Imagine what he would do if Junior was arrested in New York. Phew. 3 of Cups. That is some happy Democrats. Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Witnesses right in the middle. That's what I'm asking about, and I'm getting the card of Witnesses right in the middle. Queen of Pentacles, Devil. Oh, it just builds. It just builds. It starts with the most friendly to the Democrats, kind of lower level people who know some things, who are, but then it's, all right, that leads to some kind of mid-level, mid-importance Republicans, sort of. Witnesses right there in the middle, and then it's the big hitters in the Republican Party who get sucked in about the reality of what Trump has done. Or not even the party, it might just be just Republicans in general or people on his side. So it just builds, gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until we see, and they are all witnesses to the corruption. I want the good guy to win. I hear you. I want the good people to win. That is some happy energy, let me tell you. All right, let me see if I can squeak in some more questions here, since that kind of went off the rail. I'm not going to ask about if he's going to sneak out of the White House just today, because I want to see if I can get... Okay, let's ask about Mary's book, Junior, possible substance abuse? Is that possible? I don't know. And then Gaetz. Ugh, really? All right, we're at 60, 62 and a bit. Okay, 62, 30. How does the rest of the family feel about Mary Trump? Her book. Oh, here's Mom. Can I read on that tomorrow? Because I think I'm going to run out of time today, but I do want to get to your question. I'm so sorry. I really am. I feel bad that I disappoint you guys. Okay. How does the rest of the Trump family feel about Mary Trump's book? Shocked. How does the rest of the Trump family feel about Mary Trump's book? A lot of them, it feels like they're just closing the door on reporters. Just, I'm not here, just ignore it. Don't answer the door. Make social media private for a while. Justice. It is justice, and it is capital letter cosmic justice for the way that he so mistreated her, is it her brother, and her brother's son who has cerebral palsy? I can't remember exactly. Fool. Oh, death of the fool. This feels like what she's going to say is going to get rid of this notion that, oh, well, he was just inexperienced and he's just an idiot sometimes. This is like, no, he's been vicious all the way along. This idea that he's just an innocent. He just doesn't realize the excuses people. Oh, thank you, Alexandra. This the thing people can come with excuses for him, that ends, or it ends from both heartbreak at the middle. Well, because part of it is, they could say that we had a president and family, and just if they don't have the last name of Trump. It's like, oh, really? Is that true? Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then just like change the subject so like they get the cachet, but not the having to say who it was. Yeah, and this is the whole point of this is because he swindled her father and her part of the family out of Fred Sr.'s money. It's the heartache. This is what caused it. So she's just going to take him down. I mean, she's gonna read him for filth, as the expression goes. But how does the family feel? The family's just, yeah, I'm getting the same thing. I'm getting the door slamming, you know, turn off the phone, change your number, strength, Ace of Cups. Some of the younger, more distant cousins feeling like I should have done more against him. Some of them, I feel like some of them really don't like him, but there might be a couple family members who have a couple of little side stories that'll come out. But it's definitely going to cause, there's going to be a whole lot of emotion, and all of this is going to benefit the Democrats. That's all I'm getting for that. Okay, so next we're at 67. All right, 67, Gaetz. What's going on with this poor Cuban guy? What's going on with the poor Cuban guy? Really? So you just, how old is this guy? Does anybody know? I've seen pictures of him. He's not a kid, like small kid. He's 19. 19 or 22, 19. Okay, thank you for that. 18. They say he's 19, I'd say 29. Gaetz, what the heck are you doing? He says he adopted. He's 19, his name is Nestor. Oh, is that what this is? Okay, okay. That's what Harry's mom was asking me about. Thank you. I guess I am reading on it today. Okay, it says 19, others say he's at least 22 because he was a page in Congress. Gaetz. It's not legal to adopt Cuban kids. Jeez. Gaetz, what the heck are you doing? Well, I mean, it doesn't help that this is a man who has gotten away with all kinds of stuff he shouldn't have gotten away with, and he's very much gotten the message that he can get away with stuff. Gaetz was a lawyer for his mother to get custody, and the man's father lives in Florida. So, and he himself says he's adopted the guy? Wow, this doesn't make sense. Government records say there's only been one adoption from Cuba since 2008, and that was a female. Story's unraveling. Magician. Gaetz thinks he can do whatever he wants. That's very clear in this energy. He does what he wants, and he just says he's not formally adopted. Gaetz feels like he can do whatever he wants. He only just said it the other day, his bio only lists his dog as family. Eight of Cups, Queen of Cups, Eight of Swords, Fool. He definitely looks foolish. Four of Pentacles. Okay, this is the surface. There's stuff underneath this. We'll just hang on a second. Look. Hasn't Gaetz come out against LGBTQ equality? The poor dog. That's good, Karen. Oh, what are you complaining about? There we go. All right. Is Gaetz... So, do they have a... like a son? Is it a distraction, or is it an intimate relationship, or what the heck is going on? What's underneath the surface of this? Shame. Thank you for being here, Keisha. Thank you. Gaetz. Two of Wands. Okay. Communication in the world. Two of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, Judgment. Hello, kitten. I could use some good energy right now. Matt Gaetz is grossing up my cards. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Page, King of Pentacles, Ten of... Is Matt Gaetz married? Married? Kids? Anything like that? Girlfriend? Longtime girlfriend? Not married. Nope. Oh, cat, I love your emojis. Those are awesome. Just a dog and a man named Nestor. Oh, Lord. Oh, sorry, I'm dying. Oh, that was just stuck in the investor. Oh my gosh. What Dempsey supposedly has who supposedly has a wife? Oh God. That was funny. Yeah, you got me. You got me on that one. Just a dog. Does he have a wife, a family? No, just a dog and a man named Nestor. Oh, Lord. Oh. Is Gaetz gay? or bi. Endless waiting. Oh, that was funny. Never been married. Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. The Four of Cups. Victory card. Judgment. He's little privacy screen. He's open-minded is what I'm getting. And boy, is he going to get judgment over this. Are you done? Okay. Google said he has a wife. Oh, really? Jazzy girl. He's gay, not that there's anything wrong with that, but he's a GOPer. And his brain fell out. Oh, but oh, man. Okay, I'm not even going to say that question out loud. I'm just going to think it. And it was something that came up in the comments. And just 1 second. Star, so they let you do it. Nine of Pentacles, Empress, King of Wands. No, I don't think it's any kind of underage thing, honestly. You know, young maybe, but not underage. That's not what I'm getting. But he's open-minded in this one area. This not in any other. Gaetz has never married. Following an argument with fellow Congressman Cedric Richmond, Gaetz revealed that he lives with a 19-year-old Cuban immigrant named Nestor, whom he considers his son. Hi. How are you? How are you, precious? The silliness of humans. The silliness of humans. I definitely got an Ace of Pentacles earlier. He's definitely given this guy some money. High Priestess, Chariot, Disappointment, Fool. Yeah, that was not a good idea, Gaetz. That was a really dumb thing to say. Because you've just called all kinds of attention down on your secrets. Yeah. Is this going to blow up in his face? Is this going to blow up in his face? Here's Mom. He's been living with him since he was 12? Really? Just a kitty bath. Yes, just a kitty bath. Just a kitty bath. Knight of Pentacles, definitely giving the person money. 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. Okay. It's definitely going to, there's going to be a lot more scrutiny on this. This isn't going away. Is it going to just blow up in his face, though? Do you have a question? Now. Three of Wands, 10 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Hello. He's going to try to blow up a smoke screen around this, and it's, yeah, this isn't going away. Did he groom a 12-year-old? Allegedly, maybe, if that's what we're asking. I don't know. Hermit. 10 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. I'm actually getting a no. Or that wasn't his intention. He's just that arrogant that he thinks he can do whatever he wants. And then it's just a matter that it's possible this person was around. The thing about grooming is there has to be a certain amount of, yeah, you think you can get away with it, but there's also just a certain amount of I know this is wrong, so I have to do this quietly, and I have to do this under the radar, and I have to and with him it's just more a matter of I just do whatever I want whenever I want to do it. Does that make sense? Another Epstein. I'm not, it doesn't feel like it. Is this like another Epstein? Pentacles, Page of Swords, 7 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. Definitely there's a power imbalance. He's using money to, so this person will do whatever he wants. 8 of Pentacles, and then he goes and he lies. And he's been protected for a long time. I don't think it's, I could be wrong. I'm not, it doesn't feel like a serial kind of thing like with Epstein. And it doesn't feel like, it just feels like flat out arrogance. Definite sugar daddy feeling. This Gaetz is sugar daddy. He was the sole vote against the anti-trafficking bill. Huh. Why am I not surprised? Infatuation. Could be. 9 of Swords. Temperance. Queen of Cups. Queen of Swords. World. Hermit. Let's just say I'm not getting Epstein levels of creepiness, but there's definite creepiness here. Exploiting someone in need, definitely. Ian says Gaetz had a crush on AOC. Really? I can't even picture that, but okay. There's something creepy there. I'll just leave it at. I'll leave it at that. Oh gosh, yeah, it's late. I should go. I should go. But thank you so much for being here, and I'll be back tomorrow. About a year ago, he got creepy. I believe it. He's definitely exploiting this guy. Definitely. If they have an intimate relationship or not, he's exploiting this guy. But thank you. Allegedly. I'm supposed to say, yeah, allegedly. All right. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Hang in there. And tomorrow, another day of raucous craziness in the Trump era. All right. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.